they wanted to confuse people. That was their new marketing tactic, since their editing software isn't that good.
That was a sales point.
I mean, that was the goal, yeah.
Yeah.
Hello, are we live?
Yes, we are, ladies and gentlemen. Even though it's just us guys.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Tall Tales and Improvised Dungeon. Well, I'm seeing a shiny Mewtwo on the screen. I don't know why that's there.
He's our fill-in player.
Is that shiny
Disregard.
Mewtwo? Oh my god!
Welcome to Tall Tales. Tall Tales is an improvised tabletop game. My name is Felmalev. I will be the dungeon master for tonight. We are joined by Runesmith. We are joined by Fallen Monk, D20, Mario Sack, Vitamin Dieter, and Dabby Chappie. We got a great game for you because this is the start of what is essentially a quasi-campaign that we are running within Tall Tales. Everything we do here is 100% improvised, based off of audience suggestions. You guys will notice, for those watching, that there is a donation to roll that you can use to affect the game. But I'll be coming to you guys who are watching to get suggestions for things that we need in the game. And with that, I think we're ready to start off. Anyone else? Anyone have anything that they'd like to do before we begin?
Just mention a brief apology that the music, I think, was blaring when we came in. Should be fixed now.
They're getting music? Why don't I get music? What's going on?
No, I
Music-
can't even hear it.
The music having now been fixed, we are going to go now to State University, everybody. Everyone can hear the alma mater song playing in the background. As we zoom in on wonderful red brick buildings, vine growing up the side, you can see students walking around the quad. There's a guy throwing a frisbee. There's a guy catching the frisbee. A woman is walking her dog. We pass by the gym, people running on treadmills, people getting swole. There's a couple of stoners smoking weed out behind the science building. That's the one with a bunch of big glass windows. Some people call it the fishbowl. But other than that, you can see the State University shield, the crest, emblazoned over a building with a large turret at the top. Looks like this probably was an old church at some point, and then they grew out, got bigger. It's lovingly referred to as Washington Hall. And in Washington Hall, you hear the bells ring as it gets towards the later end of the afternoon, probably around 6 o'clock in Washington Hall. And we go into the lecture hall within Washington. That's room 230. It's on the second floor. You got to go up the stairs. As a couple people are coming into a class. Chad, what I would like from you is the name of what this class is on the schedule. So we'll like intro to something or something 200. What's the name of this class? And first, walking in both at the same time, Michael and Seb. Do you want to? What are your characters like?
Michael is I'm gonna say like 6 foot tall, kind of lanky white dude with glasses. He's got a thick beard and kind of long hair. Brown hair, kind of well dressed. Well, not super well dressed, like more like he's trying to look nice, but he doesn't really know how to dress himself.
And what about you, Seb?
Seb walks in with a sort of like a really oversized hoodie with it's wrinkled and it seems in use already. And he's coming in. He's got a big hoodie. He's got sort of like basketball shorts on and flip-flops as he walks through the threshold, just kind of like right behind Michael. His hair is kind of in a bedhead, and he's trying to fight off a yawn at the moment.
Seb, you're actually not paying attention to where you're going, and you flat tire Michael. The front of your shoe steps on the back of his shoe, and his socked foot comes out of the back of his shoe. And the two of you are standing there at the threshold of the doorway. Michael, you're now trying to awkwardly put back on your shoe, and you're looking at this tired guy behind you. Do you say anything?
Yeah, Michael will turn around and he'll go, "Oh, sorry," and he'll just like put his shoe back on. And just just kind of go. Oh, what were you gonna say?
Nah, dude. I mean, I think that was my fault. I didn't think a flip flop could affect what are those? Penny loafers? I don't know what those are.
Yeah, they are actually. What's your? Who are you? Or I'm sorry.
Oh yeah. I mean, I'm Seb. Short for Sebastian, but no one needs to know that. I don't know why, we're walking through here, but I mean, this is my class here. I got it on the schedule, but I didn't know this class was in this. I didn't know this school offered this class. What about you?
Yeah, I didn't either. Just took it as like a elective. Well,
yeah, I went to my guidance counselor, and they were talking about all the stuff that I needed, but I was just kind of, I don't know, like her computer was really shiny, so I was just looking at that more than anything.
As you guys can kind of continue into walk into the room to find your seats, you'll notice two things about this classroom. You're in a big lecture hall. This could easily fit 250 people. The fluorescent lights are above you. You can hear them kind of humming along. There's a big whiteboard, one that's big enough to fit. It's probably like 4 times the size of your regular chalkboard. I mean, this is big. This looks like something that you'd need like a tool to effectively write on. Possibly it could be a background for a projector. There is a big wooden oak table that's sat right directly in the center of this kind of lifted educating space. And on it is this very old like computer from the 80s. One of those ones that it looks like you get from like the Fallout universe. Very, very old. And it's actually not faced backwards to where the teacher would sit. It's faced towards the kind of the auditorium. Written on the and thank you Swad Loom for the suggestion. Written on the whiteboard in big letters is Intro to Self-Defense. And there is so it looks like the teacher has already started to write some of the lessons, and the first one is don't apologize. So you guys take your seats, recognizing that you've already failed lesson 1. Jack, you come in now. So what does your character look like?
All right, so a 6'4" guy comes into the classroom with completely wearing a State U tracksuit and tennis shoes. He's got a pair of sunglasses sitting on a flat bill, and he's currently chewing gum. As he's like, "Sorry, Teach. I'm not sorry, Teach. I was in practice."
And by the way, there's no teacher there. There's no one like in the room. So you've just said this to an open auditorium. You see Michael and Seb kind of like sitting there.
Oh, dude, it looks like I'm not sorry. I'm not the teacher. I mean, I know I know I put an impactful frame. Seb is like 5'3" or something. He's short.
Yeah. Hey, it's all good. It's all good.
Michael will give you like a half nod when you come in.
Hey.
You go to sit down, chat. I'm gonna need you to come up with a name of just a regular person's name in a second. With that being said, sorry, Jack, is there anything else that you wanted to say or do?
All right. Nah, I just look at the closest open table and I just drop my bag down as you hear kind of clatter noise as there's a bunch of random sports equipment in it, and I slink down in a chair, propping my feet up.
You get your feet up on the table. This is a display of like coolness to like there's 2 people in this room. So you're very much noticeable.
I am man-spreading to the max.
You begin man-spreading. Leonard, it's about this time where you hear the bells kind of ring overhead as 6:00 p.m. happens, which is when the class is set to start. For those of you who have it on your registry. So Leonard, you're just about to be late, and you rush in. What does Leonard look like?
So Leonard's got like brown hair, real long. It's kind of like in strands pulling out of her big like puffy green hoodie. Hoodie's up. You guys got headphones over the hood to keep the hood in place. He's got like that hunch that comes from sitting down like at a computer for too long. You guys know.
Yeah.
You know.
What are you talking about?
Gamer posture.
Yeah. Gaming posture. You know. He's got a laptop in one hand, and he's got an old iPod Shuffle in his pocket.
Is the shuffle on? Or are you like actively listening to music?
Yeah, and it's pretty loud.
You all can hear. You all can like see this like. What's one word I could use to describe your character that they see, and like I don't want to
assume.
Go ahead.
I don't want to. I don't want to say gamer. You see this gamer walking. He's got the gamer, and you can hear.
Oh God, I'm sorry. Someone said Dream Minecraft. I no longer want it to be a green hoodie.
You guys see Dream
like
Minecraft come in?
Hoodie. It's like a brown.
You see a brown Dream Minecraft walk in.
The broach taking normal pills.
And as you rush in, Leonard, Jack, Mike, and Seb, you can actually like hear, although they're just plain like Apple ear not just AirPods, but like they have the cord on them.
Yeah.
You can hear like very friendly, like, do you believe in
I was gonna say, cause every time we touch,
That's good. You hear Cassandra's every
Oh,
Oh,
time.
dude.
kiss
You-
of the
you-
sky.
You hear the thumping part of Cassandra's every time we touch.
Yeah.
And Leo, you're the first person to notice there's actually a sign-in sheet towards the front of the class that has like it's on a clipboard and it's actually hanging off to the side on the table. It looks like there's like a little metal hooks and someone hung a little clipboard, but unmistakably it's a sign-in sheet.
Right.
And there's like a little pen that's attached for you to sign in.
Yeah.
are
I
you
already
gonna
signed up online because I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not a landline shill. So.
Do you go and inspect the sheet?
Why would I? Sign up sheet if the teacher needs to know I'm here.
I'm here.
Yeah, you're there. At that point, then we got our last student to enter in. Johnny, do you want to describe your character?
Yeah, so Johnny J is this. He kind of walks up to the door and he stands in the doorway talking on his phone. He's this 5'6" dude. He's got a pretty wide set waist. He's wearing really old looking clothes, like his shoes are untied, and he's got sunglasses on. Yeah, so she has his phone and she goes to his Facebook and she posts on his main page, "I like to eat dog farts." And that's how my grandma ended World War III. No, I'll be home later.
Click.
This is a really small class.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's really big on the inside, but
No, I mean the people, but
oh, right.
I'll walk in and I'll go over to the sign-up sheet.
You see, it's
call me
not so
small.
not so much of a sign-up sheet as it is there is like a little check mark for people to like check off their names. You see that there's a little digital check mark next to the name Leonard Lemmings. There's a couple of other names. One name does catch your eye because it is Michael Wazowski is written on there, and you seem to remember a Pixar movie that featured that name specifically. And you're looking around. Why don't you roll just for this outside world 2d6 to see if you can determine which of these people is Mike Wazowski from what you're seeing.
I got a 10.
You're starting to think it may be this person. Mike, what is your character? Was he wearing something specific? Again, the penny loafers is all I got on here.
Glasses.
Yeah, he's got like
He's just a
penny
tall,
loafers.
lanky
He's got
dude.
like a.
You're
he's
able to
like a tall,
discern
lanky dude.
that the tall, lanky dude, that's a Mike looking guy. Your name is not on there, Johnny. What you do see in place of where your name, should be, is the name Drew. Thank you, Demicod, for the suggestion. And you see that other than Leonard's, which is checked digitally, Drew is the only name that is checked with looks like a pencil of some kind, which is odd because there's a pen that is kind of attached to the sign-in sheet. And but you don't know which of these people in the room is Drew. But that's all you see on the sheet. There's no one else here.
Just those three names?
Sorry, no, there's
Everyone else.
all the names that are on there.
Yeah,
There's
okay.
Jack Cannon, Michael Wazowski, Seb Gamacho, Leonard Lemmings, and Drew. And there's no last name for Drew. And these are all sort of like they've been typed out. The only check marks is there a digital check mark next to Leonard, and there's a check mark next to Drew.
Okay.
No one else is checked in. What is it that you want to do now?
I'll just go ahead and take a seat kind of at the far back of this. You said it was kind of like an auditorium?
It's an auditorium.
Okay.
Chad, if I can get from you guys some sort of symbol or something that might, basically it can be anything. I'm looking for a suggestion for anything. Something that I can, something that's a physical concept, not something like faith or love, but something that can have a tangible form. You guys are sitting in this room and about 4 minutes go by and it's quiet. And you're all sort of just waiting for the teacher to show up. Jack's got his feet up. Leonard is sitting down, listening. Every Time We Touch is now over. It's moved on to a different song at this
Be
point.
my bad boy, be my man, be my weekend lover, but my friend.
You guys see, as you guys are kind of sitting there, you hear a bit of like a crackling, like a static crackling, something of like electricity. All of you have been looking at this this computer that's in the front of the room. At this point, you're all sort of facing towards it, and as you're facing towards it, you hear this little crackling. You hear a little boom, ding, and the blank sort of screen turns into like a very thin green line that makes its way across it, almost as if someone has turned on this computer, which is odd, obviously, because none of you have done anything. And all of a sudden, the green line begins to, you see text begin to scroll down, and kind of like the Matrix, where there's like words that begin to, it's not falling down cascading, but there's just like words that begin to appear, and the letters, it looks like the letters are beginning to form some sort of symbol. Does anyone want to do anything at this point?
I would stand
like
up
to
out
hit
of
a-
fear.
I take a hit of my jewel.
You take a hit of your jewel. What's the flavor of your jewel?
It is Fruity Pebbles.
Fruity so
Sick.
you're a real asshole. So
It smells great though.
you take a hit of your Fruity Pebbles jewel. Does anyone else want to do anything?
Yeah. Oh, sorry. You go.
I'm just gonna say out loud, like, does anyone else see that, or is this just me again? As I like rub my eyes.
What the fuck is that?
No, yeah.
Okay, so I'm not alone in that.
And it
Yeah,
says self-defense on the blackboard.
It says it says intro to self-defense, and it says rule 1, don't apologize.
Maybe this
in
is
fact,
lesson 2.
as you say
think
lesson
this is-
2, you hear the little voice emanating from the computer. It says, lesson 2, begin. Please confirm.
Yeah.
I'm taking notes.
I just say just yeah.
Sorry, who are what?
That's the
Uh,
teacher.
Hey,
Thank
Whiz Kid,
you.
you know anything about computers?
You've confirmed lesson 2. Downloading. And you see like the words of self-defense on the board begin to float off of the blackboard. And they begin to make their way and sort of hover over this computer in the beginning.
Didn't this happen in the Bible?
Holy shit! The special effects are great.
You read that?
No.
Yeah.
The
I thought
S
these chemicals were harmless.
the S of the self-defense comes down, and thank you, Pepsi Facts, comes down and hovers right in front of the screen and slaps onto the screen and starts to become that S that people draw in their notebooks. What is it? Yes, Leonard, do you have something?
No, you've answered my question.
As that S begins to kind of expand outwards, getting larger and larger, all of you feel sort of a weird static feeling, as if almost like your kind of feet have fallen asleep, and it's specifically in your feet. As you look down, you notice that same sort of digital green tinge is quickly working its way up your body.
Oh fuck!
Oh
Cool
crap!
I try and
Guy,
run
did you
from
drug
it.
us?
I guess I don't know. Whoa.
Jack, roll 2d6 if you try to run from it. Anyone else want to try to do anything?
I'm kind of
I'm
chilling.
gonna try to swat at it.
Go ahead and roll 2d6 for me.
I rolled a 9.
Okay. As you go to like run, you're trying to run from it, Jack.
Yeah, I just try and
You-
get up, grab my bag, and run.
You
Just
all
like,
see,
whoa,
and,
what is this?
you see Jack moving with some, the speed of an athlete. He's really making his way towards the door. He makes it all the way to the door, and that stuff. You earlier when you were saying you had dropped your backpack, you didn't notice, but like a water bottle had fallen out, and you slip on the waterfall, and you see Jack tumble over backwards. His head smacks against the ground, and his body explodes into these like green S's. Michael, what is it that you wanted to do? We'll get back to.
I wanted to swat at it. I got a 3 in total.
I've been S-sized.
As you go to, like, you guys are all sort of affixed on the fact that Jack just completely blew up. Michael, you're looking down, you're trying to swat at this stuff. You don't notice as Jack falls, something shoots out of from his hand, and this Fruity Pebbles jewel makes its way and smashes. Oh, I hit my headphones. Smashes over the right half of your face, and your head just explodes into this this sort of green S sort of Matrix-esque digitalization as your body begins to disappear. At this point, for the rest of you, you're about halfway enveloped in this sort of magical little mist.
I saw this on Dragon Ball. You just don't move and you win.
Yeah, I was gonna say, everyone, calm down. Everyone, this has happened before.
I take my laptop and I swing.
Like no, Leonard.
You swing and
I don't know your name.
cut yourself in half with the with your notebook, and you fall over.
See what I told you?
Don't you, kids.
At this point, Johnny and Seb, you're both about up to your neck. You're the only one still in the room.
Hey Seb, you want to go out with a fist bump?
I don't think I have fists, but we could headbutt.
Oh, can we like
No,
our bodies?
Your body's
like,
green.
Oh,
Your body's
okay.
like green. Yeah.
I hold out my hand.
You guys explode. I would need everyone to roll a d20 as we transition into this fantasy realm in order to determine who our characters are for the for this place that you'll be entering into.
All right.
All right.
It was
Let me
already
know.
enveloped.
Let me know what we all got.
Dang.
I have a 14.
What is
You
my-
better get away from my number.
14.
I got a 12. That's too close.
We're rolling a d20. You said.
Yeah. Oh, I
Yes.
also got a 12.
Oh,
can you-
bastard.
Our fist bumps.
Seb and Johnny, can you both roll a d20 one more time, just to see who has the high, and just let me know who has the higher number.
Not 20.
I
Oh,
got
yeah.
an 8.
Got an 8 for Jack.
I got a good old fashioned 13.
13. Our highest number is going to be Mike. So Mike, I've got a couple of characters here for you. I'm going to read out the name, and I'm going to read out what their classes are, their class makeup is. I would say just pick whichever one you're feeling, as these for the audience members are characters that I've randomly generated through D&D Beyond's character creation generator. They are all level 4. There's about half of them are pure classed. The rest of them are multi-classed. And there's, I think I said this to the group before we did this, there's maybe 2 of them that are good, viable characters that could have been created. The rest are bad. So we have Aphorith, Rogue 3, Sorcerer 1, Flame, Sorcerer 4, Jilkilia, Wizard 2, Paladin 1, Warlock 1, Jonas Sacred Flower, Rogue 2, Wizard 2, Spixis, Fighter 4, Tosca Cold Strength, Bard 4, and Wysawin, Ranger 4.
Which one was Spixis?
Spixis was Fighter 4.
Can you
I'll take that one.
copy all those and put them in the chat just so you don't have to list them again?
Yes. I'm gonna send that in general. I will list the names.
Oh, this week's characters. Okay.
Let me see if I
Oh,
can.
that's Spixis.
I don't know if I'm here. Let me do this. While I'm doing this, so I have posted that one there. For the rest of you, our next person up is going to be 13. That's Davy. Davy, I'm gonna repost the names of these characters really quick in our Discord chat.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I already know which one I want.
I think
one,
I know which one you probably want
Yeah,
too.
that triple thing.
So that would be Jakilia, which is
Yes.
Wizard 2, Paladin 1, Warlock 1.
That sounds like hell. I'm picking that.
Okay. That one has been posted. The next person up is going to be Dieter. Dieter, do you know which person that you would like to be?
I gotta go with Flame.
Oh,
I will go ahead
That's
and
good.
put Flame
World
Sorcerer,
had made me.
Flame Sorcerer 4. The next
Nice.
one up is going to be Logan. Logan, is there any of those that
I'll
is?
be Wisawin.
Wisawin. That would be Ranger 4. Let me pull up Discord one more time so I can post
What have you
that.
done?
And last but not least, we have Jack. First to die, last to pick your character.
Heck yeah. That's how it works.
We've got Aphorith left. We've got Jonas Sacred Flower, Tosca Cold Strength. It's all up to you on who you want to be.
I
We've
think
already
I'd go-
eliminated the triple classed one, so your guess is as good as anyone else's at this point.
I'm thinking Tosca Cold Strength, actually.
All right,
That
let's
just
get
seems like a
Tosca.
name Jack would pick.
All right, so now that everyone has their characters, all of the sudden, the people that we have, these college students who are all just sort of vaporized in the middle of their class you guys find yourselves immediately in a tavern. Chad, if I can get the name of a tavern, that would be great. Thank you.
Whoa.
You all are seated around in a back corner of a booth. It's a very sketchy tavern. Although there's like a sort of a bard over playing music up front, the lights are very low. It's clearly getting towards evening time. You can tell that the wood that this place is made out of has been kind of weathered by the time. Although it's a little sketchy, there is a lot of, rambunctiousness going on. There's a lot of people sort of milling about. You can see that the barman and his wife are very busy serving customers. Each of you, as you sort of like come through, you find yourself in these sorts of like new bodies. Each of you you're able to feel that this body that you have has sort of incredible, immense power, and nothing about the body that you're in necessarily feels strange. Most of you feel, I have the ability to sort of access these sorts of strange powers, almost to the point where it's not super worth bringing up for the purposes of the improv. But you feel as if you can access the powers of this body. What you don't understand is what it is, or like how it is that you got here, or what it is that you're supposed to be doing. You all look down and you have, each of you in your hands, a piece of paper that says at the top of it, it says lesson 2. And there is a wanted poster. On the wanted poster, you see the picture of a man. He's got a long beard. He's got a scar across his right eye. And he's for whatever reason in the wanted poster, he's holding up like a little claw. Like his hand, it seems to be like mangled into a claw. And his name is at the bottom. It says Drew Mangleclaw.
Drew.
Thank you very much, Ink, for the suggestion. As you're sort of all looking at this, you all kind of look up and are looking around at the people who are there. You all have little name tags, and the name tags all say, they say Jack, Johnny, Mike, Seb, Leonard. Each of you is wearing a name tag. And you're starting to piece it together as you're looking at this wanted poster, when all of a sudden you hear a big thing of ale slam down at the end of at the bar. You all sort of turn instinctively to the left or right in order to see who it is, and it's the barmaid. And she says to you, "Look, I don't know who this Mangleclaw. I don't know who he is. All I can tell you is that he's here every evening. He hasn't come yet, so I'm sure he'll be here eventually. You're just gonna have to wait and see. But every time he comes in, he's in and out. He's in and out. So I don't know what else to tell you. You only asked for the one beer. I don't know whose it is, but she kind of scoots that beer towards you. Is there anything else I can get you? We got a lot of customers today."
Yeah.
I take the beer.
What the fuck?
Actually, do you have cookies? I would love cookies right now.
Yeah,
we got a Natty Light.
We got like biscuits. I don't know what Natty Light is. I don't know if you can help your friend who seems a little bit confused over here. You're the ones who asked me about this Drew Mangleclaw guy.
Is this gonna be on the test?
VR is getting crazy these days.
Yeah. This is VR. Yeah.
Is this gonna be on a test? I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not testing you for anything. I'm gonna get money from you eventually so that you guys can pay for the beer.
Oh.
I will keep an eye out for Drew. Does that sound good for you guys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. I'll like lean into like the person closest to me, I guess Johnny, and I'll just be like, "Yeah, usually it's good to just kind of go along with these hallucinations. I think we ride them out, we come through the other side. It'll be good."
I got sold a dirty jewel. What the heck?
Is this what being high feels like? I didn't know that that's what this felt like.
Depends on the high, I guess.
Yeah, I think this is like a communal thing where it's like we're all kind of experiencing it. That can be kind of a powerful thing. Sometimes.
I've heard of experimenting in college, bro, but this is gnarly.
Does everyone look the same? More or less?
Everyone looks a lot like a kind of grizzled, almost like older version of the person that they are. Like, so when you came into this world, you all sort of look the same, but you look like fantasy versions of yourself. You'd be, if you were better acquainted with each other, you would know probably immediately, like, oh my God, that's Mike Wazowski. Otherwise, you're able to like guess, like, that's that person who is that's that person who is there in the school with me. That's that guy who fell backwards and died. But you're all sitting there. You notice that there is and thank you, Pepsi Facts for getting for donating 10 for number 6. The party gains a tool. Normally the audience doesn't get to pick what the party gets, but I do appreciate
They
the
do
box
because it's a $10 donation.
Oh, they do. No,
Yeah.
I know. Do they get to also pick the tool that they get, or they just? I thought that was randomized.
I guess it is up to your style.
I'm not going to necessarily give them the box of Pop Tarts with ketamine flavor, although it's very good. But the party is going to get a tool.
Man.
As you guys are sitting there. Well, anything else that you guys want to say to one another?
I have claws now.
What are you?
I'm a long tooth shifter. I'm like a saber tooth person now.
Oh shoot. Yeah, I think that's part of this whole thing. I got knives. I wasn't carrying knives
Wait.
before. At
Yeah,
least I
but-
don't think so.
Okay.
I'm also on fire. It doesn't hurt.
Wait, that other kid was a student. Do we have like the paper with his face on it?
You do. You all have
Okay.
a paper with it says lesson 2 wanted, and then it has the picture of Drew Mangleclaw on it.
Yeah, this guy checked in. He's on the course.
Do you think he's the TA?
Do they take classes? Do they enlist?
Well, if he's lesson 2, well, if he was on the check-in, I don't know.
Maybe he's on lesson 3. Defend himself.
Wait,
So now we're a little part of his lesson.
Yeah, we got to go.
I
die
thought
and
we
kick
got
his ass
banned
or
for
something.
fighting here. What's going on? Where's campus security?
If you die in the doobie, do you die in real life?
Yes.
It
I've heard as
can be
much.
messed up. Just try not to.
Don't
I
think
is
about
really
that. I think is one of the main things.
The
Leonard-
more you think about it, the closer you get to it.
I knew a
Okay.
guy that smoked too much weed one time and he tripped and fell in hallucination and he never woke up.
Okay.
Leonard,
I feel like
you
I have
I don't
notice-
like you
now.
anymore right now. I don't like that you just said that.
Leonard, you notice in your you guys are all kind of aware that you have sort of a bunch of items that are with you that weren't originally with you. But Leonard, your headphones that you had in earlier, you realize are still there. And as you go as you kind of like follow the string down, they're kind of plugged in at the very top to like a cork that's on a bottle, and in the bottle is like a little fairy. And there's a little mic. She like reaches up into the cork and she says, Leonard, and you can hear it in the headphones that you still have attached.
Are you?
This is the tool that you've gotten.
Are you a manifestation of my inner guilt?
No, Leonard, I'm a magical fairy. I'm here to help you, Leonard. You've captured me, and now I get to help you. My name is Cassandra.
Are you a manifestation of my closeted homosexuality?
No,
Whoa!
Leonard, you're
Well,
kind of saying
you know-
things out loud right now.
In a
She
way,
can be
I am,
both, but
Leonard.
she's gonna help all of
Whoa.
us right now. Then she can help you later.
Leonard, we don't have time to unpack all of that right now. You have to kill him. You have to kill Drew to get out of here.
Maybe it's
Which
lesson
one's
3.
Drew? And I start looking at everybody in this room.
I hold up the paper like in front of my face.
You're Drew? Okay.
To blast me with some shit.
I cast Mage Hand and I just like I'm trying to like smack you, but it's just like a pat pat pat.
Yeah.
Oh, you get a little pat on her face. No, Leonard. Drew is an evil man. He's trapped inside this world as you are, and he's going to attempt to kill you because he believes it will free him. He got a wanted poster with all of your faces on it.
Wait,
But-
so if I die, I
oh.
do go back?
If you die, you die in the game.
This is a game?
Well, it's more of a digital world that's been created that you've been morphed into.
Oh, okay, that makes actually a lot more sense. This is just a really advanced form of VR that's based off of like light waves more than
I
anything
read that
else.
manga.
Yeah.
Real quick,
Fuck.
are we hearing the fairy, or are we only hearing Leonard's side of it?
No, it's Leonard. Leonard is just talking to himself.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
we
yes.
don't
okay.
hear the fairy.
All right.
He's wearing
Kinda like-
headphones.
Okay.
Guys, I
Leonard,
think
are
you
you
got lost
okay?
in trip first. I don't know. This is getting pretty toxic.
Yeah, we just
Hey,
kind
can you shut the fuck up for a second? I'm talking
I'm
to
sorry.
my fairy friend.
Yeah, just so
Oh, wait,
so
okay.
hostile,
Yeah,
bro.
I'm
All
sorry.
right.
The rest
Alright.
of you, if you wouldn't mind making me a perception check with whatever your perception now is. So now we're going to be rolling proper for a d20. Leonard, I don't have much time. Eventually, the code is going to take over, and I'm going to have to turn back into a regular fairy. Please, you have to stop this. The five of you. There's something wrong with this world. He's a madman. He's a madman. Help!
This-
The-
This definitely seems like a manifestation of latent gay thoughts, but all right.
And as you're thinking about that, you see the little fairy in there, like kind of turns from like a little woman into like and she becomes just like a little ball of light with two little wings.
Oh God, no!
And it's just sort of floating around. It's not making any more noise anymore. And those headphones that you had sort of, and they swoop and they go back into the little bottle from your ears.
Okay, I take the bottle.
Okay. Well, that looked expensive.
Hey, so a little fairy told me that we have to go kill a student, and I don't know about you guys, but it's 2022 in America, and killing fellow students is kind of no. So I don't know.
I
if
thought
we
it was
should be listening.
commonplace.
Are the fairies still in this room with us right now?
I don't know. It went back into a bottle, and I'm not. I don't. Maybe it wants
Yeah.
me to drink it, but
That was
part of
so-
me thinks no.
That was a weird way to put your headphones away. But you know what? Here,
What-
like, let's.
What do we get on our perception checks?
Yeah, it definitely
I got an
8.
snatched my headphones.
I got an 8.
Oh,
7.
I got an 18.
Bruh,
I'm paying
bruh,
attention.
it's fun to chase the dragon, but eventually the dragon will eat you. Trust me.
Jack, as you say that, you hear like a guy go, and there's a dragonborn man who's sitting in the booth behind you, and he's
Oh.
looking at you like,
Metaphorical dragon, broski.
Or maybe literal, but bigger and less.
he turns around. You notice he's wearing as he goes to turn around, you notice that he's wearing a wrist like a wristband, like a bracer, and on that bracer is that like S, that like cool S that you saw the computer
Oh.
turn into. Johnny, you notice something as well. I mean, you're drinking the beer?
Yeah.
You're looking around at the bar patrons, and you notice that like as you're kind of scanning the room, there's a fair amount of them that seem to be like glancing over like at you
Like,
every once in a while.
Like we all
Like,
look
you guys
weird,
are
or
making-
like I look weird.
You guys are making like enough noise that like some people would obviously be looking, but you find that as you scan the room, there's eyes that catch yours, and there are people that are like specifically watching you and don't want you to know that they are watching you. There's a dwarf woman who's sitting at the other end of the bar, over by where there's like a bard gnome who's playing like a fiddle. You notice that she meets your gaze. But as you're looking around, you don't see Drew Mangleclaw amidst any of the bar patrons. I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw.
Guys, this feels like the Denny's off of 4th Street.
Wait,
That's
all of
awesome.
us, or just the people that saw the thing?
Just Johnny.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So another
Guys,
15,
I think
geez.
we're in. I think we went to the wrong college town bar. I think we're in
17.
our rival schools.
15. You start to feel like you begin to feel a little bit sick. You look down at the beer and you notice that it's fizzing in a strange way. And you begin to feel sick, and you sort of like topple over and you fall out of the booth.
Oh crap!
There's just a babe on
Here,
the camera
let's
now.
here. We have to, guys. We have to all be together.
Can somebody help me up? I don't want to move right now.
I go down
Yeah.
to try and help you, Johnny, up.
Johnny, why don't you're going to take the poisoned condition for now.
Okay.
Oh.
Gross.
I don't know what drugs you guys did, but I did different ones.
I just fuel,
Yeah.
man.
You know, you never want to take anything from someone
You
you
drink?
don't know.
Oh, I do that all the time.
Well, I think maybe now lesson 4. Stop.
Oh, you gotta watch it.
Listen, wind. Okay.
What is it that you guys you guys want to do? You guys have heard that there's this person that you need to kill. You're all in this bar. There's some people that are acting a little sketchy. There's some things that you've begun to notice. But you have been told that Drew Mangleclaw is eventually going to end up here. What is it that you guys want to do?
Well, I kind of call out to the barmaids, like, "Hey, where'd that beer come from?"
Hey, there's a couple people here that are looking at us a little weird. Like the people at Denny's look at me. It's not a good thing.
Right.
But,
They
Guys,
usually kick you out, but we're welcome here, and they don't work you. And I
Why would you-
kind of like slowly nod to the people who are watching us.
Why would you even go to Denny's?
I don't anymore. They kicked me out. But this is what it feels like right before they did that.
I didn't get kicked out of a Denny's, bro.
I mean, you always find yourself at a Denny's at
Okay.
like 4 a.m. Like,
No,
did you
I
do
don't.
at
I
Denny's?
use I use
was-
DoorDash.
Oh,
I go to Waffle House, bro. God dang.
All right.
Well,
okay.
I'm
But you know
dying.
what? Hang on. There's a lot of people around here that are like
Right.
watching us, and I think they know that we're kind of. I don't know if we're.
I feel like
Listen,
I'm about
I
to
don't
shit
know
up
if we
vomit
took.
and puke up blood.
Yeah, let's get out of here, out of eyes. Whatever we're waiting for, whoever we're waiting for, he's not here right now. We need
Drew's
to
gonna be
go.
here soon though, so maybe we should step outside and just wait for a really long time to see if he tries to come back to the bar.
That sounds good, but
That's a
should
good
we
idea.
should we get old Johnny some Pepto Bismol or something?
Let's
No,
get
I
Johnny
could just
outta
stick a
here.
finger down my throat when we get outside.
Hey, yeah.
I've had to do it to my girlfriend. Okay, I'll help.
God,
you.
Oh
don't do that.
no!
No.
Oh no!
I like hold it right there. Please, right now I'm
Okay,
shivering.
let's go. And I'm gonna get up and start walking towards the door.
Okay, I'll try and stumble out, and then I will try and force myself to throw up when we get out there.
Okay. Go ahead and make
Gross.
go ahead and make a medicine check for me.
That makes sense. I like that.
Everyone else heading outside the bar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As
Oh my
you walk
God.
out of the bar, you notice that there is the sign up top says the Pog Tavern. It looks like it looks as if there is a pig that is like sort of hanging, also like a wooden pig that is hanging from things. So it looks like someone has vandalized this. Although what a pog is, I'm not sure how many that would be known to
illegal.
many.
So a pog is a tiny disc with
Yeah.
like a picture on it, and you like flick it at
Love
other
that thing.
pogs, and the
Gotta
way they
get the
flick.
big steel one.
Yeah, steel.
Yeah.
You mean
I think-
blast?
No, you could get steel ones to like really slam them down.
Hey,
It's the
I
top
probably
one.
just
Anyway,
chuck up like
Nah,
froth,
Pog got something to do
Those
with your
don't
golf
sound
score.
legal.
just froth and bile. I got a 22
Those
on my medicine
sliders.
check.
Yeah, you get rid of the poison condition as you like sort of are able to regurgitate out enough beer to not in order to not feel sick anymore. The five of you are sitting out, come out into the sort of the afternoon light, and you're able to sort of now fully appreciate like the bodies that that you have, and you sort of feel invigorated by the nighttime. You're able to sort of feel these powers kind of like coursing through you as now that you've like fully sort of stood up into yourselves. As you guys all sort of like walk out of this bar, you notice that Dragonborn kind of like walks out after you, and he turns to the right. You're now in well, basically looks like an old sort of German village, I think, to most of you. Is what it would sort of appear like. But there's all these sorts of people, these strange like people walking around this area. But you do notice that Dragonborn, this sort of half dragon, half human individual. He's got these red scales. He walks out of the bar. He turns right and begins walking down down the way. You also see that this woman, this dwarf woman who was eyeing you earlier, Johnny, she walks out. She kind of makes a left turn and begins walking in that direction. What is it that you guys want to do? You guys want to continue waiting outside?
That lady creeps
I would
me
like
out.
to shift as the Dragonborn.
You're a changeling, is that correct?
Yes, I am.
So so you manifest this ability to do what? To take on the appearance of that dragonborn?
Yes. There's going to be a moment where he's like, Michael will kind of like stand up and look at that dragonborn, and just almost, I guess subconsciously, like just staring at him, he will then attempt to use his ability for the first time and just shift into him.
You all watch as Michael, this person who was sitting there before with the glasses, the same kid that was sitting at that lecture hall, shifts into a red dragonborn before your very eyes. Like the scales sort of like pop out of his skin.
Whoa!
Uh,
Bro, told you not to chase the dragon.
I want to poke him. Are his
I
scales
guess he
real?
caught it.
His scales are real, yeah. As you like sort of touch.
Could you do that before?
No, I.
You did that really naturally.
I'm gonna try to shift into him. I'm gonna try to shift into Johnny.
Yeah. I mean, if your ability allows you to do that, you can sort of like.
I believe it's an action to do it.
Yes, you can kind of begin to mold the scales retreating into your skin as you begin to take on the form of Johnny.
Let me try. And I immediately start to change too. I just like I start
you're a
growing
shifter?
hair off my shoulders, and like my fangs start to elongate to the point where they're like saber teeth. Just that's not right. That is not right. That's not what you have. What do I have?
Wait. Can I? And I'm just like,
Ugh. These are solid.
You attempt
Don't,
to shift
don't
yourself.
strain yourself. Don't.
That's weird.
You are no dice, Jack. You are not able to like turn, but now you have this like person who's morphing their appearance as Johnny has sort of like become more feral, has got more hair onto his body. The Dragonborn and the Dwarf Woman are both turning corners.
We should go follow
What-
one of them,
Yeah.
or we could split up. I don't know you
maybe
people that well.
Michael, maybe if you could be the dragon, maybe go talk to the lady as the dragon,
I'll go
Oh.
with you for protection.
and then
I
we
feel
kind
like I
of
only
try to
have this for a little while.
make the dragon go away.
Just bite people.
All right.
Yeah,
you
what
and
if-
Johnny
what if-
go take care of that.
What if you walk in front of me while I look like the dragon, and
Me?
then I'll try to signal. Yeah,
Okay.
I'll try to signal her, and then we both just jump her.
Yeah, I guess we could beat her up. Let's do it. And I start walking after her right as she turns.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll shift back into the dragonborn.
So you're the Dragonborn and you're following the Dwarf Woman, yeah?
Yeah.
Is that what all of you are doing?
The two of us
no,
start.
No,
I-
I think some of us are going after the actual dragon.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah, we're
go
going
after the
after-
actual dragonborn.
Yeah, I'm going with that.
yeah, I'll go after Dragonborn as well.
Okay, so Jack, great splitting the party immediately.
Yeah.
Jack, Leonard, and Seb
Yeah.
are going after the Dragonborn, and Mike and Johnny are going after the
woman.
the
The
dwarf
dwarf
woman.
Okay,
So
guys, if we die, we only die in the game.
we will cut out to Leonard and Seb and Jack as you guys are like sort of making your way through this town. You're passing all these sorts of fantasy races, and you see as the Dragonborn approaches a what appears to be like an abandoned house. There's no like lights on inside. It looks like a little down dilapidated building. He kind of like you see as he looks around and he reaches down and does something on the ground and then opens the door.
Before he goes
Can I get a from the audience if I could get a spell of any sort of just it doesn't have to be an actual D&D spell, just like something like think of if you could create a spell for D&D, what might it do?
A magic
Um,
effect.
Before he goes in completely, can I do something real quick?
Yeah, what is it you want to do?
Okay. I like to reach out to him. I was like, God dang, I wish I knew what he was thinking. And I subconsciously cast Detect Thoughts.
Yes, wonderful.
You know, Mario, let's. Can we deafen ourselves somehow? I actually don't know how to do
you
that.
can mute yourself. I don't know if.
Yeah, no, I can't do that. I'm just gonna take these off. Give me a signal when. So we don't break the story. I'm gonna do that.
Okay. Yeah, like what do you mean? Like I'll just like call out for you, or
Just do like a wave.
Yeah.
That'd be fine.
For Jack, you begin to hear thoughts of this dragonborn as he's walking. He's like, "Oh man, I don't know if I'm sure they suspected something. Oh, man, if only that one. I don't know. Maybe I got distracted because that one sitting in the back was so cute. The one with the headphones or whatever those were. He had those like little wires that into his ears. I can't be thinking too much about that. I gotta get back. Are you trying to probe deeper into his mind?
As soon as I hear that, I'm just like, yes. What? Juicy gossip. Let's go.
He has to make is it an intelligence save?
Yeah, it's intelligence save versus my DC, which is a 15.
You're not able to probe any further into his mind. You got his base level thoughts, which was he is anxious that that cute guy saw him in the back, and then that he's anxious about what that might mean for having been seen. You're able to get that out of him, out of his mind before he kind of closes that door, and there being enough material in between is gonna block your detect thoughts from things. So you guys see Jack's eyes kind of go white for a second and then come back out as he kind of stops and staggers. That door to this dilapidated building is now closed in front of you. What is it that you want to do, all three of you? It's a 2-story building. There's windows that appear to have been boarded up, but obviously that door was accessible, and there's been something that's been done on the ground.
All right, boys. We got one problem. That broski over there definitely is hiding something from us. And the neutral news is Leonard, he has a crush on you, so do with that what you will. Congrats, broski, I guess. And yeah.
All right. I mean, I don't know how temporary this place is gonna be, and also I don't think Leonard is ready for whatever that might mean for him, at least for now. But
I don't know, man. A dragon, that sounds pretty rough for
well, I mean, we don't have to go there, but I just meant in general, like.
okay.
Yeah, but whatever it is, we kind of have to, I think, go in there because we have to make sure he doesn't come back out, so that our buddies over there don't get interrupted. So I think maybe if we could find a way to like make sure that door stays closed. I think we saw him reach for something. Maybe we can take whatever he did away, and then it won't open again. I don't know.
Yeah, let's try it. Unfortunately, I didn't get that. He was weirdly enamored in that entire process, thinking about Leonard. Good for you, buddy.
I have no idea what you mean by that.
You thought you were cute.
That's kind of what I mean. Jack, I don't think that needs to be said anymore.
I think
Wait.
this entire simulation might just be about, well,
It's a beautiful, weird thing. I mean, take it as a learning experience. This is what these hallucinations are for, I think.
gross. Okay, let's go.
Somehow I don't think that's lesson number 2, but you know what? I think that's
Still
for
beat 'em
later.
Could be self-defense on what to do when you have a very...
A stalker crush?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Yeah. I had a crazy
Alright.
chick like that, man.
just
She
have
wouldn't
to
stop
not
coming away from
apologize,
me.
but
Oh, wait, we need to go inside. Yeah, you're right.
yeah, we need to go
say.
over there.
So you guys are walking. You guys are gonna just go in through the front door.
Well, I'm gonna walk over there, or we're gonna walk over there and kind of like, you said we saw him like reach for something on the ground.
He reached down and did something on the ground. You weren't able to tell what it was.
All right, I'm gonna look at the ground to see if I can like, or if there's any sort of contraption or something on the ground that is immediately obvious.
Yeah, make an investigation check.
All right. That is 19.
You see that there's a block that's a little bit loose. You move it aside, and you can see that there's like a little switch in there.
All right. So I think this is how he opens it. Now, do we want to go in there, or do we want to just make sure this doesn't open? If we can break the switch, maybe the door won't open again, and he can just be stuck in there.
But could he open it from the inside?
I'm not sure. Can dragons
It's an
open
idea. I
doors?
do like the idea, but I don't know.
Well, you know what? Whatever we're happening, the simulation's trying to get us to go in there. So I'll just push the switch.
You push the switch and seemingly nothing happens. You hear like a very faint like ding.
Hello? Jack, can you try opening the door?
I would like to use my jock strength to try and open the door.
You open the door, and when you open the door, there is a it opens up to appears to be like a grand hall of some sort of like guild hall or something. It's not an old dilapidated building. It appears to be some sort of like underground. There's no torches around the place. You can kind of see that it's like a little bit damp, this area is. But it's a long hallway that goes towards some stairs that are going upwards.
And there's like there's nobody hanging around on this bottom floor.
No one that you can see.
Okay.
I think we found a business building, guys.
Yeah, I don't know what part of campus this might be, but how about we stick around here and make sure that dragon guy, if he sees us, we can just distract him, because Michael and Johnny over there need to go do what they need to do.
It's a good idea.
You hear the sound of yelling, of the masculine voice yelling towards the end of the hall, up those stairs. We'll switch now over to Johnny and Mike. Mike, I don't know if you guys can hear me.
You gotta wave. Let's all wave.
Oh,
Get that thing? Yeah.
Yeah.
You're
that's
the
what that is.
So,
Hello.
Mike,
Oh.
we've now moved to you're in the form of the Dragonborn. You're beginning to gain you and Johnny on this woman as you see her kind of walking down an alleyway, and she is over by. It looks like she's turned down an alleyway, and she is kind of like beginning to kneel by one of those storm cellars that is on the back of one of those buildings. What is it that you want to do?
So you said we're jumping there?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, I haven't done that in a while. I'm in like half saber-tooth form, so how far away is she? I mean, we waited a little bit.
She's maybe like 20 feet down, like 25 feet down the alley.
Okay. And is she
she's
opening
just-
like the storm drain or the storm cellar?
Looks like she's futzing with something over on the ground near where the storm drain is.
Okay, we're just probably gonna kind of pick up the pace and get close enough to her where we could just surprise attack.
You're just like gonna straight attack her. That's fine.
Yeah, yeah.
Go ahead and
Is there? Wait, I have a question. Are there any people around?
not in the alleyway. There are people that are kind of like walking around on the outside of the alley, like walking down the street, but she's alone in the alley.
I would like to attempt to grapple them.
Okay,
the
go
dwarf.
ahead and make a grapple. I believe it's athletics.
That is what's my bonus?
A very well-rounded character. My
18
step looks
total?
amazing.
You're gonna beat her. So you how is it
Oh, hell
that
yeah.
you like how do you grapple her? Like, what is it you do?
He's just gonna rush up behind and he's gonna grab her by like the shoulders and just kind of yoink her back.
You kind of grab her. You're much bigger than her, so you're able to get her, and she looks up at you and she's like, Belzenak, what are you doing?
Oops. Uh-oh.
And then you attack her.
So yeah, he's like holding her up. I'm gonna walk forward and like I'm basically covered in blades. I have two short swords on either side. All my fingers have claws, and I have these crazy like lance teeth. And I'm just gonna sock her in the face.
You go ahead and roll for damage. You kind of like
okay.
smack her. She
That's just 4
she
flat bludgeoning.
she smacks in the face and she's like, ah, oh God, what is that thing? It's ugly.
Why were you watching us?
Oh, it's
Who
so
put shit
gross.
in my beer?
I don't have to tell you anything, you ugly. Oh God, you're even grosser than they said you'd be.
I can punch you a lot of times. I smack her again.
roll for damage.
It does 4 flat every time. So,
Okay.
no, I'm sorry.
Art was so tame
I'm
compared to
actually
this.
really like kind of ripped in this body.
We're just gonna...
I'm like a little pudgy guy normally.
Belzedek, whatever he's paying you. Come on, you know the boss is gonna pay more than him. All right, why are you doing this? Let me go.
We need
I'm not gonna say anything. I'm just gonna...
Belzenek is under my control.
They didn't tell me that any of you had mind control powers.
They
I guess
didn't tell
really
you
say...
a lot of things.
Well, I'm not gonna help you.
Then-
Screw
then-
you. You punched me twice in the face with your gross, disgusting
could
arm.
punch you like a few more times, and then I don't know, like I could probably like pop an eye or something. It'd get
Make
gross
it-
if I kept punching you. You don't want that.
Go ahead and make a check.
Intimidation.
Go make an intimidation check with advantage.
Oh my god, I have a +6 to that. What is this guy? That's a. That's not a 61. That's a 19. So
19.
25 total.
You get your claws like right up on her face. God, you can at least clip these things. All right. I'll tell you what you want to know. There's a switch. It's down there at the bottom. It's gonna take you to his place. He's in there, okay? And he paid us to take you out, but you
Why?
guys, when he, I don't know. He said he had your face on these posters.
Oh,
and
that's
he
right. No,
shows-
we were told that. You're fine. Continue the things we don't know. Though.
Actually,
you don't
do
understand.
We know that? Because that was like what the fairy said.
Yeah, I don't know if you know that.
fuck.
Yeah,
Okay.
Leonard was told that specifically.
I'm sorry. I
Um,
butt into that. I did not know. Okay.
But you don't understand.
Oh.
He's very
taking the
powerful.
same class.
He's very powerful. He told us that if we spoke to you, and you see. Thank you, Demigod, for the suggestions. Her pupils rapidly begin to expand until they are as large as her eyes, and you see her begin to like start to convulse. You begin to look, and right down by where her chest is, there is that S symbol that was on the Dragonborn, the cool S, begins to like move, kind of like the Death Eaters in Harry Potter. It's like a tattoo that's on her that begins to like shake and move, and you see a little bit of blood begins to like trickle out of her mouth as she begins shaking. Mike, you notice that there is like a switch that is on the ground. That's the thing that she was futzing with, and the thing that she was pointing to. Chad, if you're there, I would also like, if you can think of, if you want to hit me with another spell, just come up with any effect for any spell that you can think of. But in the meantime, she begins to convulse. What is it that you guys want to do?
She's doing something weird. What should we do?
I'm gonna put
hit
it
her, like,
down.
2 or 3
Just
times.
gonna like put it. To
Yeah,
the
you
side.
just drop her. Her body falls, and she's convulsing, and eventually she stops moving.
I'll like poke her with my foot.
You've poked her body with your foot.
Okay, let's go.
She jumps up. She does a somersault. No, she's dead.
No, it's like,
She's dead on the ground.
I dry heave. My stomach is empty. That just happened. Did she overdose on the S?
I think so.
Okay.
As you realize that she's dead, you feel like a tingling, each of you, in your pocket. You pull out, and there's another sheet of piece of paper in your pocket, and it says at the very top, it's just a piece of paper. It just says, I was gonna say one word, but I guess 2 words. It says self-defense, and there's like a big exclamation point. And then it shows like a little. It shows a picture of the woman, like her face, and you see almost as something is being written there, and you see it's the writing as it begins writing. It says, "Attacked without being provoked," and then like a little frowny face that appears. Because you did not self-defend against this woman.
She
you
failed her
specifically
own
went up to
self-defense
I think.
attack her.
Hold on. I think I'm catching on.
We
to
are
this
unharmed.
class.
So far, we're getting an A.
The first lesson that we learned is don't be sorry.
We didn't fuck
I think
up.
this is a test.
I think she's dead. Did we do that? Because I'm not. If we did that, I'm not supposed to feel sorry about it, and I don't know how I feel about that.
I think we have to learn to not feel sorry
Okay, fuck you.
because I
and
feel
spit on her.
immensely guilty. I think that's
We're
a
gonna
step
be
in the right
sociopaths
direction.
by the end of this.
All right.
You spit. You spit on her body, and then you look back at the paper, and there's a little thing that says. You see, there begins to be more writing, and it shows once again it's her face, but then now there's a writing that says lesson 1. Never apologize, and a little check mark and a happy face, because at the very least you followed the tenet 1 of self-defense.
Isn't that weird to you that this class is mandatory for a biology master's degree?
It is a little weird, you know. I just wanted to be a paleontologist, but you know, you gotta jump through some strange hoops, and
I guess, yeah, the job's got some weird stuff we don't know about. They're getting us trained. So there's a bad guy down there with the claw. My claws feel tired. I
yeah.
think they're gonna go back. And as I say that, like the teeth start shrinking because they only get it for like a minute.
You open the cellar door.
No, I don't know where the other people went. Do we go down there by ourselves? She said he was powerful.
probably not.
I mean, you
We
can go
should-
down there. You're the fake guy. You're his friend.
I guess, but it's not like I can fake his voice.
That's
I feel like
true.
the second I start talking.
Yeah, we never heard him talk. Okay. Let's go wait outside the Parkers, and I guess wait for the others.
So you guys are
Yeah.
gonna head back to the Pog Champ
Yeah, to the Pog Champ.
or the Pog
Tavern. Yeah.
The Pog Champ.
You guys head back to the. You guys are making your way back to the Pog Tavern, having not investigating that place that you were at. Do you, other people? Were you guys waiting for the group?
Well, you said we heard a yell.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
were.
Yes. Will you guys did hear? You guys did hear a yell. You're still at the threshold of this sort of like magic portal door.
Uh-oh.
That goes forward.
fuck.
We should have gone on our own quest.
We go investigate that.
Yeah.
I mean, hang on. I'm gonna reach into my pocket to see if I still have my cell phone on me. I'm gonna look for a cell phone in my pocket.
Just roll a flat d20 for me.
Ooh, that's 20.
Okay. It looks like you have your cell phone. That's still
Sweet.
in the thing.
Um,
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say I'm gonna all right. I don't really know. I don't think I friended them, but I'm gonna go through our college social media and see if I could find them on here.
You both belong to state. You belong to State University bowling
Belong to
club.
Oh, sweet. Yeah.
Yes, Johnny.
Can I use my Horizon Walker portal detection ability?
Yeah. What does that allow you to do?
Once per short rest, as an action, you detect the distance and direction to the closest planar portal within 1 mile of you.
Oh, as the rest of you are hearing a scream, you as you're kind of walking back, you detect a little ways in the way that the Dragonborn was walking. You detect that there is a portal. You sort of like sense a portal.
I'm
You stop
getting
in your
weird,
tracks.
weird feelings about. I don't even know how this works, but there's something over there we should probably check out. It feels important to me.
Yeah, all right.
Okay. I pick up the pace. I don't know what this feeling is.
You guys move that way. Seb, you're looking specifically for Drew Mangleclaw.
No, I was looking for Johnny and Michael on the bowling club, so I can like tell them like, hey, where are you?
You're looking through, and you're not friends with either of them. And neither of them are in the bowling club.
Okay.
And that's the only group that you're in. Your profile
Okay.
is bowling, is just
That's
bowling
it.
related.
Yeah, just bowling. That's the only thing I'm interested in.
In fact, you look and you have like 4 friends, and they're the other members of the bowling team, and you're like, dang, this. And then as you're thinking that, your phone kind of whoop, whoop,
oh.
and becomes a picture of a bowling ball.
Oh.
Oh, we got
We
an
have to think over
NFT.
some priorities.
As that happens, you see Michael and Johnny round the corner. You guys hear this yell from inside this cavern, and that is where we're going to go on a break.
Perfect.
Hold on to that picture.
Alright.
You just got your first bowling ball NFT.
I think that's what Fallen was saying. Yeah.
25 gold.
Yo.
All right, break animation incoming. Thanks for watching. We'll be back. Bam.
Hey everybody,
All right, we're back.
we are back. We are back. It's good to have you back. When we last left off, we had Johnny, Jack, Mike, Seb, and Leonard, who were all college people who wound up in a fantasy world with fantasy abilities. After killing a woman, they decided that they were going to follow a dragonborn into a creepy hole in old decrepit building. I think I've perfectly summed it up. You all are now together. You're getting Johnny, you're getting a very strange sense of this like portal. It's like calling toward you. It's the sort of fascination you get with like when you're really craving something weird. Like you don't always crave Burger King, but when you crave Burger King, you're like that's what really hit the spot. And you feel like this is a portal. Like this is a portal to a different place. If anything, this is a Burger
have bad
King.
shits after this portal, but goddamn.
I need this portal.
This is your burger. This is your Burger King. This is your burger.
I'm truffle
Chat.
sniffing.
Once again, I might come to you guys for suggestions beyond just the donation to roll, which I will point out as well. I'm looking for something that you don't want to happen at a social event.
No.
From anyone there, the suggestion I'm looking for is something that you don't want to see happen at a social event. You guys hear that like it sounds like a coming from down at the end of the hallway up some of these stone stairs. The five of you are together. Leonard, Seb, and Jack, you'll all notice that you have a little thing in your pocket, like a little piece of paper, and you pull it out. At the top, it says self-defense, and there's a little picture of the Dragonborn's face. And on it, it says didn't immediately attack, and there's a little check mark and smiley.
Sweet. I think that's good.
This should boost up my GPA slightly. Cool.
Okay, what happened to you guys? What'd you find?
Oh, hey.
On a portal to another realm.
The dragon's over there,
There's
and something's happening.
That's what that
I found
is.
some personal details I probably shouldn't share.
Okay. Why'd you
Oh.
bring
I
it
don't
up
think
then?
those are
yeah.
yours to share, Jack.
Yeah, the dragon guy wants to date me.
God,
Oh.
you should
Well, he
explore
just said
those
it.
feelings.
Pachuga.
Keep working on that, Leonard.
Well, we found the bad guy's bowl hole. There's like a little storm drain. He lives in the gutter. We could go kick his ass or provoked. We gotta get him to provoke us, and then we beat him
Okay,
up.
so we
All
got
right.
we have to make him. Yeah, we got that kind of a check mark for something to not be or to.
Oh yeah, no,
Oh,
we got that too. We got
okay.
that too.
I have.
All
I
right,
got it.
cool.
Yeah.
Nice to know
Yeah.
that we're all on the same page.
We
I have
didn't
an
get a
idea.
demerit at all. We
Yeah.
only got the check
So-
mark.
Yes.
I've done this before. It works every time. You just go up to him, spread your arms out as far as possible, start screaming, "Swing on me, bro!" It works every time.
No, I
And
have.
you
a
can never
better
get in trouble
idea.
for it.
Yeah, I've got a perfect idea. Because if we have to be provoked, I know what to do.
For me, it's just pulling nasty
Alright.
farts near him.
Also, Jack, I don't know if that's really them being provoked because if you're the provoker, aren't you the one doing the Okay.
It only matters if they hit you or not. It doesn't matter what you say.
Yeah, no, it's like a lawyer thing. You can provoke people verbally. It's fine.
I have 6
Um,
words. 6 words will provoke any person.
Let me see
alright.
that fat cock. Wait, how many? Let me see. Hey, a 6.
Whoa,
Six
bro,
words.
chill.
Okay, so there's a portal. I got to get into it. I don't know why. I just really want to.
All right. I mean, it makes as much sense as anything else here. I guess let's just head over there and see if. What was his name? David Claw?
Oh,
Drew
Drew
Mangleclaw.
Drew Mangleclaw. Thank you.
so you guys aren't bringing up the scream that happened? Because we didn't
Well,
hear
no,
that.
we did say that in the beginning. There was
Oh.
a scream at the end of the hall.
Oh. Well, he's in a little, like a cubby hole. We could wait if someone's in trouble. Like, they're probably
Well, maybe
failing
that's the
self-defense,
provoking, and then
so-
we would. Maybe that's how we can provoke him. Just come in on whatever's happening there. So,
All right.
Leonard, get in front of us. You provoke the guy, and then we'll just follow you.
Okay. All right. I can do that.
Okay.
All right, let's go.
Okay, we're gonna go. I'm gonna go forward.
I am behind
You
him,
go-
just arms spread, ready.
You guys are walking down this hallway and you're going up the stairs. I imagine kind of following where this like scream came from.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
As you come upstairs, you kind of crest over the stairs and you see you're in this sort of like large hall. There is these kind of big large stone pillars. There's 4 of them on each side kind of holding up the room. there are these large windows. There's rain falling outside, which is strange because there wasn't any rain falling where you were before, but it's hitting these large pane windows. There are torches kind of lighting them. It's very spooky, very arch vibe from this place. All the way at the other end of the room, you can see that same red dragonborn, and he is sort of shackled. You see he's got these glowing green shackles that are affixing him to some sort to the wall over there. He's almost in like a T. I don't want to say T pose because you guys are gamers. You guys are gonna laugh at it, but T pose.
He's chained to the wall.
Being crucified.
He is. His arms are up, sort of in a T, and then both of his legs are down, and he's affixed against the wall with these sort of magical green shackles.
I appreciate going through all the effort, but I'm not. This isn't no.
He has like a gag that's like over his mouth.
That's
Oh, man.
way too much. That's too much.
That's heavy hitting.
He's shaking his head.
I also don't want to be a part of this. No, I agree.
Bro,
you all have a general sense of embarrassment.
Don't jump
Um,
Secondhand
as
embarrassment.
as you hear a jolted sense of like clapping as stepping out from the leftmost pillar at the other end of the room. Behind it, you see a guy going.
It's a really weird way to clap.
Don't make fun of the way that I clap.
Oh wait, you're the guy that we're supposed to kill.
That's right.
Oh, we have
It's
Okay,
me.
We defend ourselves against
But we
you.
But we can only fight you if we're provoked, so we have to provoke. You have to provoke
If
us.
he's provoked.
Swing on me, bro.
Can you come within
Wait,
5 feet of me
wait.
and then like transgress?
I have it. I know how to
Commit
provoke
an
you.
assault.
I can provoke you with 6 words. What's your opinion on Star Wars?
Go ahead and make an intimidation check, or persuade, whichever check persuasion
You
or
feel.
intimidation, whichever charisma check you're trying to do. Because
Deception.
honestly, I'm not sure I know what you're trying to do.
It's
No, that
probably
hits.
actually deception.
Deception would be fine
He's using
as well.
something auxiliary to get what he wants.
That kind of resonates with me because I started watching Star Wars today just to avoid
Oh, that's
people
how they get
screeching
you.
about spoilers.
You said persuasion. I can do persuasion.
You
the
can
part
do
where Baby
persuasion
Yoda
or
explodes.
deception, whatever charisma-based check you think you're
Doing-
trying to do.
Well, it doesn't really matter much. I rolled a 4, so
Oh.
I've never
You're not gonna get me to talk about Star Wars. I'm a Star Trek kind of guy.
all right. Let's kick his ass. That was provoking enough.
bad. Yeah, that's
Wait,
Yeah,
wait,
In
wait.
fact,
wait, Leonard,
in
wait,
fact,
wait.
I can give you. He says. In fact, I can give you my opinion of Star Wars. I think that the original trilogy is the worst one. Can you make a charisma saving throw
Oh,
for me,
no.
Leonard?
Oh
Okay.
no!
So I agree with his belief, but
Dang
also
it.
any opinion of
Wait.
Star Wars whatsoever is gonna devolve into a fight.
Okay.
So I rolled a 6, which means
Oh no!
you take that back. The prequels were masterpieces in filmmaking. Every line of dialogue was created specifically to show the audience that the world is greater than just a simple good and evil plotline. Die. And I'm gonna throw grease at him.
You're gonna cast Grease. You're gonna cast Grease on.
Star Wars where Spider-Man kicked Thanos.
As you
Don't
go
argue
to
about Star Wars. He's already greasy.
as you go to cast Grease, you see his little hand go, and
Oh, no.
red energy sort of like goes through all of them, and we're gonna see here. The Grease. Let me just pull up Grease 1 second just to make sure of something. All of a sudden, as it kind of like goes and attempts to attach him, the grease gets like sucked in through to his hand, and all of a sudden, Logan, you actually find yourself covered in grease.
Whoa!
It's in a 10-foot square around you, and I need you to make a dexterity saving throw. What is your DC, Leonard?
This reminds me of the time I was crawling around in a dumpster behind Arby's. Dexterity saving throw.
14. Sorry, I have 2 different spellcasting mods now.
19.
Four-
I can't be beat.
So you're kind of a generally greasy guy anyway.
Yeah.
So you kind of like you're covered in grease and it's difficult terrain around you. But right now the four of you are all sort of like in a line, like facing this guy. He's got his hostage behind him. The spell having redirected you, you see his little claw go.
Is it like a monkey's paw? If he uses 5, does he die?
Yeah.
Don't you know what class we're here for? It would be a shame if someone were to provoke you. Take your little boyfriend, for example, and then you see the dragonborn, and he uses the magic in the dragonborn's pants. He's wearing underwear, makes his pants fall down. Thank you, demigod, for the suggestion. He looks super embarrassed, and you all generally think that was a really mean thing to do. You all feel yourself getting very angry at him. Everyone but Leonard, who's already made a straight, make a charisma saving throw.
I have those.
I understand the
Oh,
bit
mine's
you were
so
doing, but
good.
this feels vaguely homophobic.
I'm sorry. I apologize. I brought it.
It's not.
I
No,
will.
Fel's
I will.
fine. No, I'm saying that in character.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Oh,
If it is, if I'm
You're not letting
overstepping,
me
please
comfortably
let me know.
explore my
No,
sexuality.
You're allowed to be.
I
You're
thought-
allowed to be playfully homophobic. It's fine.
Okay.
I got
It's
21.
I thought your
Don't
You're
worry.
a cool
response back was in
homophobic.
character.
Yeah. That was my response back. Wait, was
No,
that a
no, I
response in
thought-
character?
The Drew's like, I'm just being playfully homophobic. You don't understand.
Does that anger you?
Does that make you angry?
Wait, does that
Are
actually
you
bother
mad?
you? I'm sorry.
No,
You mad
I'm
about
not-
that?
No, I go on Twitter all the time.
Who did anyone get? Did anyone get less than a 15? 15.
Oh, 23.
So 14 or less.
I got
Fuck
a
that.
14.
No, we're fine.
So just Michael. Michael, we're gonna have everyone roll initiative for me. And
Roll an 18. Wait, I got a +1 to initiative. I roll a 19.
Ah.
Like that.
I lost
so
my
Dab, you
mind.
got a 19.
God damn. Oh. I'm really lucky today. I'm really afraid for tomorrow. I don't know how karma works when you get hit by a car.
Just shout out what you got, so that I can. If
I got a 5.
15.
20.
I got a 15.
so, we got
9.
Dieter had a 5. Who had the 15?
I did.
Okay. And Jack, what did you have?
9.
9. And Logan,
The big 2-0, but dirty.
dirty 20. So we've got Logan, Davy, Drew, and then we have Mario, and then we have, and then we have Dieter. Okay. Top of the order, Logan, you are up first. You're about 60 feet away from this guy who's standing at the edge of this corridor. He's standing right next to one of these stone pillars. There's these big 4 stone pillars that are in the room. You have Belzanek, who is tied up at the other end of the room. His pants have fallen down. You feel that you're angry about it. I mean,
Yeah.
that was a pretty weird and mean thing to do, but you're still able to control yourself.
Okay.
You can see that Drew is kind of standing there with like a shit-eating grin, just like go ahead and hit me, person. Go ahead and hit me there, shifter.
Look, Drew, I got you beat. I just block out all my senses.
So
I'm perfectly.
attention to me.
I am a defensive shell. I'm winning this class. I
Okay.
just I plug my ears. I start humming. I shut my eyes.
No, I need you to pay attention to me.
Did somebody say something?
Ooh,
I'm
that's gonna get him.
hungry.
That is gonna get him mad. He's gonna make this roll at advantage though, because it's just the one. He's able to save against that, so he's not feeling like he wants to attack you just yet.
Okay.
Go ahead. Is that gonna end your turn?
Yeah, no, I am the apex defensive mechanism right now. I cannot be defeated.
Davy, you are up next.
That's a good idea. So I've already failed my grease spell, which means one less spell slot.
We all just block him out like he's not allowed to eat at our table.
Just ignore it.
Go sit alone.
Instead, I'm going to cast Hex on this guy.
Unless he, kills
All
me.
right.
That is an option I forgot
Um,
about.
You're going to have to make that charisma saving throw for me one more time.
Understood. Is this a Fey guy? Is that what this is? He's a Fey warlock, so every time I attack him, I've got to roll, or else I'll have to pick a different target. Is that what this is? Is that what you did to me?
I'm not going to confirm. I'm not going to confirm that you figured it out or not.
Okay.
Kind of the gimmick of the
All
guy.
right. Yeah. So that's a 13 total. So no.
That will. How many failures have we had? 13 will just not make it.
Okay. In that case, I choose to cast it on Seb.
Oh.
I either I can do it randomly or you can pick a person but you can cast it on Seb if that's.
I pick Seb.
Uh-oh. Super Bunny Bun's
Okay.
throwing a wrench in.
So
Bunny Bun
if
Bun.
until the spell ends, you can deal an extra 1d6 necrotic to that person if you
Just
hit it.
Seb.
If you hit Seb. Seb,
I-
you begin to feel like this strange curse take over you, it begins to wrap around you as originally it sort of wrapped around the red arm of Mangleclaw and then sort of transferred its way over to you.
I feel like that's a lot of negative energy here. I don't know if I can vibe with that.
Yeah, I'd apologize, but the first rule of this class is don't ever apologize.
Right.
So that's kind of enabling my toxic behaviors. So
Maybe-
I'm
you
gonna
know
go
what?
stab. I'm gonna pull my knife out and go stab this Dragonborn guy. Be right back.
Good. All right. See you later.
You're running over to stab Belzenak. Did you have already used your action, right? Is it?
That was a bonus action.
Oh, it's a bonus action. Okay, so you can run up. He's around 60 feet away, so you're not going to be able to get all the way to him. But you
I
can
throw him at disadvantage.
Okay, go ahead and you're throwing your knife at him. Yeah,
Just get rid of him.
make an attack roll. For
Chop
me.
off his
Got
unparalleled.
disadvantage. I rolled a 2 plus whatever. It doesn't matter. It's a 2.
Because you did attack him, you see the power of the S that is on his bracer for self-defense begins to glow, and he's released from his bonds, and we'll add him to the attacking order. He pulls he pulls the gag off him, and he pulls up his pants. He's like, thanks, and he turns over as Drew's looking like, uh-oh.
Are you busy later? You want to go to a coffee shop? I know a place that names all their sandwiches after Shakespeare characters.
So there would be the
It'd be like a
Romeo-
Hamlet, and it'd have ham in it.
ham on it,
Yeah.
or a tib salt, and it would be an extra salted pork.
I don't know if they go that in depth, but yeah.
Oh, or
Did we beat him yet?
A King Lear.
Had a Julius Caesar that stabbed with a million toothpicks.
Yeah, everyone's favorite Renaissance character,
They only
Julius
have a-
Caesar.
He didn't try to
They
be
got
Julius
yeah,
Caesar.
they got that Cicero that's with a lot of Swiss cheese.
The Swiss
Yeah.
roll.
Cicero.
They've got
Anyone
they've got-
else? Anyone else have any other?
I would have to pull it up. I don't know.
Now's
They've
the
got
time.
a poor Yorick where they cut a pancake into a skull shape.
I only
This
know
happens
very
in
soon.
Spanish.
Juliet is
6
just poisoned.
There's a Mercute Cheeto where they put a Cheeto on the sandwiches.
I'm happy we all understand Shakespeare characters so well.
Struggling. As the two of you are beginning to come up with trying to come up with something, it's gonna be now his turn, being Drew's. Drew, and now that I have Spixis, which is actually Michael, you failed your saving throw.
Yes, I do.
And you're mad. You're really angry.
Pissed.
Someone
So I have your. Oh, thank you for that. I will roll for that in just a second. Well, I guess I'll roll for it now. Let's see here. Get a random. Oh, it's just roll a d12. I forgot. Yeah. 20. Okay, so
Uh-oh.
what I rolled, the party loses a tool.
Sorry, Fel, you
All
gotta
right,
go.
I'm out of here, guys. Bye.
Specifically, what is going to happen is as he is distracted as he's distracted with the idea of going on a date with you, Leonard. Michael, you feel yourself like enraged, and all of the lessons that you've had in self-defense are going out the window. I actually have your character sheet here, which is good.
Ooh.
You do have a longbow. You're going to take out your longbow, and you do have archery. You are an archery archetype, so that's good. I am going to have you fire. You're going to pull, and because of the roll, which was a bad one, you're going to fire your longbow, and it's going to and it hits Belzenak right in the chest. And he like looks, and he says he looks at you and at Leonard, and he's like, Hamlet. And then he falls onto the ground with an arrow in his chest. Michael, that was not very self-defense of you. You are able to.
I'm not sorry.
Make a charisma check with advantage. Charisma saving throw with advantage to see him break free because you
That
attacked
is
another person.
a bonus. Saving throw +3, 18.
18. You're able to save through as you kind of like feel yourself like come out of this. And that's good because it's now going to be your that was on his turn that he used his ability to try and control your turn, but it is now your kind of turn again. So you have your turn. He's still sitting there, his hand still glowing red. Belzenak is on the ground, arrow in his chest. What is it that you want to do?
Michael will take a moment where he looks at this and he's like, wait, fuck. And then he like spins around and he points at a Drew and he goes, I'm gonna kill you. and he's just gonna rush at him. How far away is he from him?
He's 60 feet from you.
60 feet from me? I'm gonna run 30 feet and I'm gonna drop my longbow and I'm going to use my flail.
Okay.
No, I'm gonna use my hand axe.
Okay.
No, fuck it. I'm gonna use my flail. I can do that.
Okay. use whatever you want. The world is yours.
He's gonna spin this flail around in frustration. He's gonna try to throw it at him, just for the
Okay.
hell of it.
You're gonna have to make a charisma. You're gonna have to make a charisma saving throw because you are not acting in self-defense here. You are attacking him.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
So
yes.
go ahead and make.
I'll do that. That is an 8.
That is, you're gonna see his power begin to wane a little bit more as he's like using this, but he is able to redirect. Go ahead and make I guess it would be a ranged attack if you're throwing your flail at him. So you wouldn't add
That'll
any
be a
sort.
total of 14 to hit.
I believe everyone has very low AC. Where'd my D4 go? That would be that's gonna ram into Jack. Can you roll damage on the flail?
I have an AC of 13, so that probably
As he like takes as the flail like spins around him and flies at Jack as Drew begins to defend himself.
That is 8 bludgeoning damage.
Oh, Lord. Ooh, that hurt.
He's gonna
Anything else, Michael?
Yeah, as a bonus action, I believe I could do this as a bonus action. Let me see. Yeah, I'm gonna summon my weapon back in my hand.
Oh, okay.
And he's gonna say, "Oh shit, I'm not sorry."
Bro,
And
it's
then he's
not
gonna
cool,
give you a
though.
thumbs up, Jack.
And Jack, it's now your turn, Jack.
He's supposed to swing on me, not you.
I'm
all right.
sorry.
I'm sick of
No,
this
wait,
thing.
fuck.
I will now proceed to silence this man as I pull an air horn out of my pocket. It's like, you will no longer speak because you're toxic. And and I just try and blare the air horn over anything he says as I cast Calm Emotion through my air horning.
Okay.
And I will do the alternative effect where you can make the target indifferent about creatures of your choice. So I would like to make everyone indifferent of Drew.
So you're
Wow.
casting it on your friends. You
Oh.
want to make your friends indifferent to Drew. I guess everyone, if they want to, can willingly
So-
fail. But I believe otherwise, calm emotions is it a wisdom saving, or that's charisma as well, isn't it? Charisma saving throw. You can
It's
hit all of
charisma.
your friends. I think you can hit all of your friends except for Michael, who's ran out of the range.
I can't see or hear.
'cause
Does
it's
that
only a-
affect it?
Oh yeah, he's like doing the Leonard is or
Yeah.
Johnny.
You can, if you want to, you can fail if you want, or you can make the check it advantage, I guess, if you want to.
It wouldn't
Yeah,
matter
it
either way.
is-
I'm already indifferent.
It is a it is a 20-foot radius spear centered on a point I choose. So, and he's only 30 foot away from us. So I'd like to, because I'd imagine I'd be able to hit him and everyone else except Leonard, since Leonard ran back.
He's 60 feet away from you. Michael has ran towards you, so you're all in a group. You can try and make you guys indifferent to it. It's a 60-foot range on it, but it's a 20-foot radius centered from the point. So while you can choose to try and hit him with it, or you can try and affect your group.
So I wouldn't be able to hit Michael and the group. Because I thought he was only 30 foot away.
Michael is 30 feet away from you guys, but the point that I'm making is that because he's 30 feet away, there'd be no point that you could pick where that 20-foot radius would encompass him and all of your group.
Okay.
That makes sense?
All right. Well, he is the only one actively hostile, so I'm going
But you
to
could
try and
move,
center it
though.
just to get Michael at least.
When you Michael or Drew?
Michael.
Okay.
Not worried about Drew.
Okay,
Because I want Drew to swing on us, so
I see. So you're trying to calm Michael's emotions. Michael, if you want to make that charisma saving throw, you can
will
also fail if you.
gladly.
Okay,
yeah.
so you fail. So you're going to be gonna be indifferent towards Drew. Is that gonna end your turn?
As my bonus action, I'll say, also, Stargate's the real show. That's where it's at.
We'll see if that makes him
I attack
angry enough
Jack.
to attack you.
I really like Futurama.
Ooh.
You could tell that like really made Drew mad. He rolled very poorly on both of his rolls.
Stargate.
He's like, see that? Dieter, it's gonna be
You
your
don't need
turn.
lightsaber, you only need C4, bro.
All right. I'm gonna look at him, and I'm in my mind, I'm like, you know what? This guy's probably got some deep-seated issues that he hasn't worked through yet. I hate to call upon those, but I think I'm gonna try. And I'm gonna meta magic twin spell just in case one doesn't work. I'm gonna cast Phantasmal Force
Oh,
and make him think he's seeing his dad, kind of saying like, you know, you didn't turn out like these guys right here. These guys is really what I wanted to see you turn into. All of these
So-
boys, they're way better than you. And
friends,
Wow.
you need to
not
stop
alone.
watching
So there's gonna
those-
be- so
those
you're
Trekkie
twin spelling it.
stars and
So you're
all
twin
that
spelling it.
Yeah.
I believe it's an intelligence check. What's
his
your
two
spell
dads
save
just
DC?
shit on him.
intelligence check is 12.
And he's going to, and if so, you've twinned the spell. If he fails on both, there's going to be two of his dads.
Yes.
Okay,
Double dad.
that's a two. There's one dad. That's
All right,
one dad.
It's
That's
also
a,
the root of
that's
his
a,
homophobe.
that is
We
a
got two
6.
dads.
There are two
there are
dads.
two dads.
So essentially, going to Drew's point of view, Drew's like, it's working. They're attacking me like a bunch of idiots. They've learned nothing. I'm gonna pass this self-defense. And then all of a sudden, like, woo, it's his dad, and then woo, it's his dad, and they're like, we're your dads. We're disappointed in you. You see these nice young men, they stand up for themselves. They wouldn't let something as silly as self-defense get in the way. And he's like, no. And he he's mad. He's you see the claw go down and stop glowing red as he reaches down and pulls out like a dagger that he has in his in his pocket, and the dads are like, failed son, failed. But it's just
I'm glad
him. I think
nobody
that can
stabbed me
Yeah,
yet.
I think it's just him that can see that.
So they're screaming failed son as he's looking with disdain towards the rest of you, his claw now down. It's gonna be Belzenak's first death saving throw. Let's see here. He got a 2, so that is going to be a failure. Logan, unless Seb, there's anything else that you want to do.
No, that's it.
It's gonna be Logan's turn.
All right. Yeah, I'll open my eyes. The scene has definitely changed.
You see Michael standing 30 feet away, like,
Yeah, he's kind of.
Belzenak has been shot. You don't know who shot him, but he's down on the ground now. And everyone else is kind of like casting their magic.
I'll go over to Belsnack. I'll crouch down.
He's 60 feet away from you, so you wouldn't be able to get necessarily right next to him.
I run over and I look at our villain. I forgot his name. Dave.
Drew Mangleclaw.
Just, I'm gonna undo everything you've done, Drew. I'm racing toward Belsnack.
Okay. If you dash, use your action to dash, you can get to him.
I meet him at the end of my turn. Yeah.
Okay, Davy, it's your turn now.
I'm running to Belzenak.
Ooh.
My boy.
You're also dashing to Belzenak.
Yes, my heart.
Okay,
Shakes
you've
now.
made it. You've made it to. You're able to dash. You're able to get over there. It's gonna be.
Since I
his
moved
turn.
30 feet the first turn, am I still 60 feet away from Belzenak?
Oh, I didn't know that you moved 30 feet the first term. So you can.
Yeah,
You can make it to
Okay.
Belzenak.
All right, fantastic. And then I will bring my hand up and I will put it upon his wound, and glowing holy light of God will come down, and it will burn away his wounds, for he is gay.
So he
He
dies.
wakes up.
more
He wakes up with this
cauterizing and
realization.
healing.
That paladin won. Coming in handy. He comes. He comes to. And he like feels and takes out the arrowhead and puts it aside. Are you saying the things that you just said out loud to him?
No.
Okay. I didn't think so.
I'm
I'm
just
like
gonna say,
halfway there
hey,
running, and I just get mad. Like, you son of a bitch! I was gonna do. I slide to a stop.
Can't see it.
He's been shot. He looks up. At both of you, Leonard and Johnny, who's also there.
So,
He says, "Which of you was it that healed me?"
So about those sandwiches.
I don't like sandwiches.
Sandwiches. That sounds nice. And then it's gonna be Drew's turn. And unless there's anything else that you have, Leonard.
Ow. Bonus actions, what are those?
I have those.
We're gonna go into the mindset of Drew, as in his mind you hear failed son. He's like, oh gosh, that I was being mildly homophobic earlier because I knew it would make them mad. But he sees this act of of love that's going on in front of him, and he takes out his dagger and he's like, I know what I have to do, and he's so angry. But his homophobia will ultimately be his downfall, because he goes to stab, much in the way that Mercutio goes to stab Tybalt. I think that's what happens in Romeo and Juliet. And the knife, as it like would begin to pierce your back, Leonard, the knife goes into his own back, and you see him go, and like the blood spurts out of his mouth, and it hits the ground.
I guess Dio's here now.
And his arm falls, and he topples over. The power of self-defense, and all of you begin to feel on your sheet, the little paper in your thing. You look up, and it's the claw guy. It's Drew's face,
Like smiling like a school photo.
smiling, and it says learned the power of self-defense. And there's a little check, and there's a little smiley face. And as that happens, you begin to see, much before you get a similar tingling sensation in your legs as you the green mist digitalization begins to happen towards your legs, and it begins to work its way up. Belzenek is like looking around, like what's going on?
We're
What's
dying.
happening?
Goodbye.
No, wait, no, give me your number.
My number, it's and as he's beginning
I'll
to
add you
like
on
say,
Snapchat.
as he's beginning to say the number, you all sort of feel yourself begin to like materialize and falling. You get this sensation of falling as the digitalization kindly begins to take its way, and all of a sudden, you all show up, and you're all standing. You're all like kind of like woof, and you catch it, and you're all on your feet. And there in front of you is an unconscious Drew, and he has with him. He doesn't have the beard anymore. His hand is normal,
Just like actually disabled.
but he's holding like a notebook. And on the front of the notebook, there's that like little S that he has drawn. You're actually in his dorm room. You see there are like sort of computers all around. There's wires that are running around the room. And it's nighttime. There's like a window that you kind of pull the shade. If you were to pull the shade, you would notice it's nighttime. One of you, I think Michael, actually, you recognize this building as being, this is the same. All these dorms are somewhat similar. This is like the building you live in. So this is Washington dorm, the Washington dorms.
Wow, so many things after Washington.
Well, as everyone knows, Washington State was his name, Washington State,
Right.
That from which the university is named. So you recognize this dorm room immediately, but he's like sitting, and now he's like on the ground. You can see his chest moving up and down as if he's breathing. You all are back to normal.
I'm fat again. Ripped.
Well, how did we get here?
Oh heck yeah, I'm ripped again.
I never even got his email address.
Nice Spy Kids reference.
Yeah, you got it.
Oh my god.
I can't believe
Oh,
it.
I remember.
3D.
Michael's still kind of like with a vacant stare ahead, and he just kind of looks at everybody else, and he just goes, "What happened?"
We killed homophobia. That's what.
I guess that's how self-defense
Oh.
works.
If that's how that works, I think
Okay.
that's the first class I've passed.
So to
No.
defend yourself, you just got to remind people that their father thinks they're a disappointment.
I mean, I closed my eyes and went la la
That was-
la for like 10 seconds, and now I'm back.
That's pretty
That
rough.
sucks.
You hit me with a mace, bro. What was that up with?
I'm sorry. Wait, fuck.
Bro!
I'm not sorry. I'll do better.
I think what we learned here today is to never take accountability for our actions ever again. Always either refuse to say I'm sorry
Or blame other people.
prod somebody else into a situation where they're the aggressor.
It's their
Ditto.
fault.
Yeah.
Right.
Like
We
I
should
said,
become lawyers.
swing on me, bro. It works every time.
You know, Leonard, you,
You know
did
what?
mention
You-
a
you-
sandwich
yeah.
place. I do kind of feel hungry right now.
Oh yeah. We can go to DiGiorno.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As you guys are kind of like checking on things, like one of you, Seb, you go to turn on, you kind of like switch on the light, and as you do so, you all notice you go and you slip on the light and you like look, and you notice something strange. On your forearm, there's a strange marking, and it's written in that same sort of like glowing green, and it says grade out of 100. And you notice that you now have for you it would be a 10 out of 100 written on you.
It's a failing grade.
Mm.
Or
Well,
maybe it's a 90.
Maybe they just forgot the zero.
What?
They
But
ran
if I
out of
put it
ink.
over, if I put it like this way, it says 100 out of 10. I think we're doing good.
That's pretty good.
Oh.
No, that's 1
Yeah.
out of 10. Wouldn't it be?
Well,
The
if
1
that's a
out
10,
of 1
that's a
with a
no.
bunch of zeros in the front.
If you give me that and a scanner, I can probably just forge it to say 100 out of 100.
In fact, if you all were to check your arms, you would notice that Jack and Leonard, you also have 10 out of 100. Michael and Johnny, you each have 9 out of 100.
I feel like we killed it.
Beans. I didn't
See,
want a tattoo.
I got a 9 out of 1. See that? That's pretty good. No, that's a 6, but still.
Is there anything you'd like to do in this room before we wrap up for the night? You have Drew, who's laying on the ground with his notebook. You're still in this dorm room.
Should we wake him up? I don't know if he's doing good. I mean, we had to beat him up, but
No, he'll have violent tendencies. Honestly, I think we should go to the sandwich place without him, and then when we're there, we should buy nothing for him.
I heard they have
But then
really
when we
good
get
chicken
back and
Macbeths.
he sees us, we mentioned that we went to the sandwich place and had
Without
the chance
him?
to bring him, but we didn't buy anything either. I think that'll make a good first impression.
I threw up my
Let's
guts.
roll,
I need
man.
to eat something.
all right.
I'd like to look through his notebook, actually.
You pick up the notebook and you can see that's what's written on it is it seems to be just like from the front there's just that S. As you open it up again, you see that it looks almost like you think it's an itinerary, because as you look at it, it starts to say, there's class titles, but biology 201, Shakespeare for the modern woman. There is early English literature, history of Spain. And as you're looking on, there seems to be like little check marks. You see circle, and then as you look on, there's some that are circled. History of sci-fi, intro to horror, things that begin to be that are circled. And you see each next to them, you see they're at the very end of the book, as you kind of like get down, you're flipping through pages, you do see, in fact, intro to self-defense. And there's like a little star that he's put next to it. He's also written a little note that says, I can, this may be the last one. I can use this to stop him. And that is what's in the journal.
I feel like there's some more to this we need to ask.
Oh yeah, it's a good thing I'm on the wait list for like half these classes.
Well, who's him though? That's the problem. Is
The
he talking
dean?
about? I mean, maybe.
No, I have no idea.
I mean,
I don't know. If I attack the dean, I may get rid of my scholarship. I don't
You
know.
have to get the dean to attack you. That's a lesson.
Right, that's
two.
what-
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right.
But also, there wasn't really a teacher at that class, so maybe we figure out who was supposed to be teaching that class. We find something different.
Maybe it was
Maybe
that
it
dragon
was
with
the
the
friends we
abs.
made along the way.
Just remember, gaslight, gatekeep,
Girl
good
boss.
grades.
Oh yeah.
Ah,
Right.
girl
And
boss.
as you, is there anything else anyone wants to do in this place?
No, I think we're gonna go get some chicken
We're,
Macbeths.
we're leaving him body on ground.
Oh,
we're
I
just
think
leaving
we
him.
should ask him, but I mean, honestly, I
you
don't
know
know if
what?
I wanna
I'll
talk to this
try
guy.
and cast healing word.
You no longer have that connection to magic.
Oh,
You-
shit.
What's your healing word though? What word do you say?
Oh,
It doesn't work.
Nah.
The raspberry noise doesn't work.
shoot.
We'll say you guys go out. Are you taking the notebook with you? You can take it if you want. I mean,
Yeah, I'll tell you.
Okay.
you take the notebook. You guys are heading down. You're this newfound group all together, sort of talking about the time that you had, and in the sort of the mind camera here that is filming this this interaction. It pulls out from the sandwich shop as you guys are all in line to order, kind of inspecting these new sort of markings that are on your forearms. And we cut back to the dorm room. You see as Drew kind of pulls himself up, he looks around, he can't find his notebook, and then he just sort of like sighs and scratches his head, and he begins to think to himself. You see a look of wonder on his face as he begins to think about, how did I he rushes over, he grabs a new notebook, and he takes out a pen, and he begins to scribble down some stuff. We see the camera right over Jack and Johnny, Mike, Seb, Leonard, and then as he gets done writing, he looks around his room, and he begins to tear stuff down, realizing that he like takes a bead of sweat as he begins to take these monitors down. He throws off his jacket, and he goes over and he looks at himself in the mirror, and we see the camera zoom in on his forearm, and there is a writing on his forearm that says -99 out of 100. And that is where we will end for today. Thank you all for joining. Thank you for listening. Thank you everyone who donated. Super Bunny Bun. Who else did we have? Pepsi Facts for donating.
Facts.
Really appreciate the donations. Thank you guys for playing along and helping me
Absolutely.
DM. And we hope to bring you back some more Tall Tale goodness in whatever form that takes in the future. Anything else before we sign off?
Come watch my stream tomorrow on my main channel. I'm gonna be talking to people from Hawaii. And that's it. Yeah.
Runesmith, youtube.com __ Runesmith
360
facts
no scope. Yeah.
No cap.
.org.
XXX Runesmith. All right, peace, guys. Have a good
Good night,
one.
everybody.
Bye.
Bye bye.